Story 1, My First Boyfriend. So there was a guy, let's call him Tom. We both would mess around with each other, not in a friendly or mean way, like he would always step on my shoe, steal/touch my stuff, and I would sometimes do the same. We also had the same homeroom class and our locker was next each other, and at the end of school, whenever I opened the locker door, he always closing it, so I close his locker too, and we just fight over stupid things. And I was pretty childish and stupid and always having crushes on boys like every week and telling my friends and always trying to have drama. Also every time I do have a crush, they end up finding out and rejecting me. But this time I had a crush on Tom, I don't know how, I guess it was for the drama or whatever. I knew it was gonna be over by the end of the week, so it didn't matter, but me being talkative and childish or something, told my friends, which apparently reached to one of Tom's friend. Tom friend, let's call him Chris. He was also a guy I talked to like once a while, not that close, but we did have a deep conversation once, but that was all. But anyway, with Chris finding out about me liking Tom, I told him to keep it a secret. But at lunch he and Tom was sitting at the table where my friend and I sit, which is pretty weird, cause they never sit there, but we talk, and I was looking at Chris, and was nervous if he told Tom about the secret because I didn't want him to know, didn't want to get rejected, but it was so obvious what was going on and Tom figured it out. I was dying inside, and ignored Tom the rest of the day till the last class, because we had the same class together. It was the last class of the day, I was just doing my work, and suddenly Tom walks up to me and he started saying something, and I was immediately embarrassed because of earlier and was saying, no before he could even talk, and then he suddenly asked me out and I said, no not realizing what he just said. He then left kinda sad/look a bit mad. I was like, wait a moment, what just happened, did he just ask me out? The day after that, I told my bestie about it. My bestie had the same bus as Tom and Chris BTW. Also while on my bus another friend of mine knew about what was going on with Tom and I because she was also in the same last class as us and she encouraged me to date Tom and how it would be his first time. So the day I arrived to school, I thought about and my answer was no, that what I told my bestie, but then I rethought about and decided to change my mind because I always wanted to wonder what it'd be like to have a boyfriend. So at the end of the class, I wrote on a piece of paper of my answer yes and give it to my friend to give it to Tom. I couldn't face him. Also BTW, there was this really cool teacher, she more of an teacher helper, she wasn't the main teacher though, who also knew a little about what was going on because I told her. She was also my bestie aunt, so I was close to this teacher. She was really nice and helped me a lot. But anyway, by the end of the day, I guess me and Tom started dating. And let me tell you how it went. I didn't know anything about dating and was such a scaredy cat. At the end of the day after I said yes to him, he was gonna walk me to the bus, but I usually walk with my bestie, and I needed tell her what happened because she didn't know anything yet. And I was still awkward around Tom, so I told him I was gonna walk with my bestie. And so I told my bestie and she was shocked. Me and Tom relationship was kind of awkward since we were dating and but it felt weird and I just felt myself pushing away from him. But there was one time where he whispered in my ear and said, "You're pretty," which made me blush, because no one had ever really called my pretty and it felt nice, so I tried to get closer to him but it just didn't feel right, so it was already like almost a week, and I was already planning to break up with him. And I told a friend of mine, the one in the same class as Tom and I, and I guess she told or was talking about it and Tom heard, because during that day I said I was gonna break up with him. One of Tom's friend, by the way I also had a crush on this dude lol, came up to me and said, "Tom breaking up with you," and left. I was surprised and relieved cause then I didn't have to break up with him and but I was also laughing inside, but I do kind of wish he broke up with me face to face. So as he broke up with me my mind was full of things and how I'm gonna tell my bestie. Let me tell you, I'm very clingy to my bestie. Also meanwhile on the same day Tom friends, I guess they felt bad for me but I heard them telling Tom to apologize to me and which he did and I was just like okay. So that was the story of my first boyfriend, which I'm kinda sad about because I don't think we really even love each other and we're just being foolish kids. I wanted my first boyfriend to be real with love, but oh well. Also after our breakup we just went back to messing around with each other but more awkward. Like this one time I poke him with a pencil and he poked me back, then I suddenly just stared at a wall and he was staring at me, and I was like, when he gonna stop staring? And there were also time where my bestie caught him looking me slash us, which was weird. Also one day, during the last class, Tom and Chris told me that they found my YouTube channel, and I was like, what? Then I realized that when I was younger you made a YouTube channel, which I forgot about and I never went in the account again, but how did they find it? That was the question I was wondering. Then I also heard some of my classmate playing the video of my YouTube channel. I could tell because I heard my voice. I was so freaking embarrassed and mad at Tom and Chris because I'm pretty sure he told them about it, but I wasn't mad for long though, but I knew I had to get rid of the videos. I luckily remember the password and deleted the videos. They were embarrassing, but there was also another channel I made on another account, but I didn't remember the password for that one, so those videos are still on YouTube, but it wasn't much on that channel, so it was fine. Then I also heard from my bestie that on her bus, she heard Tom and Chris trying to spell my name on the internet. And when I found out, I was like, why they looking me up, and so confused. I even searched up my name on the internet and I found a baby picture of me on the internet which I didn't know existed. I told Tom and Chris about and started calling Tom a stalker, but then stopped because that was kinda of offending him. I then also found out from my friend that while Tom and I were dating, she asked Tom who were prettier, her, my friend, or me, and my friend said that Tom picked her, which kind of made me feel sad because I remember when he called me pretty, and now I was just thinking about how he just lied to me and it made me insecure for a bit, but I got over it. My friend also told me how Tom liked my bestie, which made me think about all the time he was staring at us, and I was thinking in my head, like, was he staring at my bestie? Honestly, I had moments where it made me sad, but then I just got over it because we just foolish kids. By the way, a year later, me and my bestie was still taking to Tom and Chris once in a while. Tom said he wanted to friends, so I was like, sure, why not, but we only talk like just a few times. By the way, there was also a moment where I liked Chris, and how I was a third wheel with my bestie and her boyfriend, but those stories are for another time. 2022 now and I still see Tom and Chris at school, we not close at all now and we're like strangers. Thanks for listening or reading this story this far.
If you have any interesting stories you want share, send them to my mail address at the description below.